Prince Ali, fabulous he, Alibaba. It is I, Mick Dooley's, here to talk about Beyond Oasis for the Sega Genesis because I am limitless. Yeah, the game was originally called, I had to read this up, The Story of Thor, a Successor of Light in Japan. And I guess they figured the name sounded too stupid and too long, so they changed it to Beyond Oasis for North America. As you might have guessed from the intro, your character's name is Prince Ali, you know, like Aladdin. So it's kind of pretty cool. The game is like, kind of reminds me of a Legend of Zelda meets a beat 'em up, but it's a little bit different. Like, the puzzles are pretty cool. The downside of the game, I'm going to tell you the downsides from the get-go. It's a short game. Sometimes it can get a little bit easy. Some of the bosses I have a challenge with, but once I figured them out the second time, you know, I wreck them. So what you're trying to accomplish in the game is you're trying to collect 4 spirits and protect your kingdom. You know, you're the prince, and at the beginning of the game you're constantly going back to the king and you know, to save and to heal. And one thing I'll tell you that's positive about the game is that there's a lot of cool weapons you can get. You have your little dagger that you can attack with. That works just fine. And you do your, it's like a beat 'em up. You do your kicks. It's like Streets of Rage. But it's pretty cool. There's not very much RPG elements, so like you pick up these hearts that randomly drop from enemies, and that increases your HP. And you know, you get these spirits, but there's really, you could barely call it an RPG. I mean, it's more like an action game. A lot of RPG fans might not like this because the world map is just way too small, and there's just it's short, and it's not like it's kind of linear. I mean, the map is open, you can go where you need to go, but you'll see when you play the game that it pushes you in a certain direction, and that's the direction that you need to go. And if you don't have the correct spirit, you can't pass go. You can collect $200 or whatever. There is a prequel to this game called The Legend of Oasis that came out on the Sega Saturn, but since Sega Saturn was so damn unsuccessful, I've never played it, you've never played it, who's ever played it? You know, if you own a Sega Saturn, though, you know, you should probably pick it up. That'd be pretty cool, you know. Beyond Oasis is pretty cool. You know, I've said a lot of bad things about Beyond Oasis, but when it boils down to it, if you like playing Zelda games and you like beat 'em up games, this game is pretty cool. The bosses are entertaining. The regular enemies can be kind of easy. Every once in a while, something will happen that surprises you. But like I said before, if you die and you fight a certain enemy or at a certain area again, you've got it. The game's too easy, but it's fun. You know, you'll beat it in, like, you know, sit down. If you're quick at video games, 5 or 6 hours, you'll beat the game, and you'll feel fulfilled. It's worth buying. You can get on like Sega Genesis collections. You know, the Sega Genesis collections only cost $20. With, you know, there's one I have with 53 games on there, and it cost me $20. It's definitely worth picking up. The Sega Genesis collection, the Sonic, I think it's called the Sonic Sega Genesis collection, and it's on PS4 and I believe Xbox One. And I love the hell out of it. I especially recommend it to people who are like me, that like a variety of games, because there's a lot of variety. My favorite genre is RPG games, as you could probably tell by my channel. But there's a lot of RPGs on there, Shining Force 1, Shining Force 2, which I'll have to cover eventually. There's, you know, Phantasy Star 2, Phantasy Star 3, Phantasy Star 4. I mean, it's got all the best RPGs on there. Check it out. But yeah, as far I feel like reviewing Beyond Oasis because I feel like it's a game that a lot of people passed up. And I think if you have a day where you're like, man, it's Saturday, I don't have nothing to do, you can play Beyond Oasis and it would be a fantastic day or two. Let's check it out.